A loved one has passed away. You're staring at the start of the probate process, or maybe you're in the probate process, and you already know there's a home in the estate that will eventually need to be sold. And now you're hearing everyone say the same thing. You need a probate attorney to start the probate process. And they're right. In most cases, that is the best step forward. But here's what most families don't even realize. Even when you have an attorney, there are still pitfalls that can cost you time, money, and a lot of unnecessary stress. In this video, I'm going to share the biggest misconceptions people have about probate attorneys, what really happens when you're selling a house during probate, and one solution that could save you from paying thousands of dollars up front. So stick around until the end, because that's where I'll reveal the option that most families don't even know exists. I'm Gary DiGrazia, and I've solely practiced probate real estate for 20 years. During that time, I've helped hundreds of families across California not only sell inherited homes, but also navigate the probate process alongside their trusted legal professionals. I've built a network of vetted probate attorneys and fiduciaries who I know, I trust, and I've worked with. And in many cases, I could even arrange to have upfront costs like attorney retainers, court filing fees, and publication fees covered for the estate and then paid back later through the sale of the property. My mission is to take what feels overwhelming for you and make it manageable. Let's start with one of the most common misconceptions. Some families think probate is just paperwork and a court date, and that any attorney will do. The truth is, probate is a very specialized process. Not every attorney practices probate on a regular basis, and hiring someone without that focus can actually drag the process out and create more hurdles, especially when there's a home to sell. And the same applies to the real estate agent the estate hires. Not all agents focus on probate real estate, and it's critical you hire someone who actually understands the probate process, understands the court requirements, and understands how to navigate a probate sale. Otherwise, you could end up with unnecessary delays, low-ball offers, or even mistakes that can cause the entire sale to just fall apart. Now, here's something really important. Once you're approved as either the executor or the administrator by the court, you'll be issued what's called certified letters. These certified letters give you the legal authority to act on behalf of the estate, and that includes selling assets like a house. Once you have those certified letters, you can list the property with a probate agent like me, you can accept an offer, and even close escrow. Now, of course, there are a couple of extra probate documents required for the sale to close escrow. Things like the notice of proposed action and the federal tax statement letter. And I have another video on this channel where I go into detail about those documents. So definitely check that video out. But for now, let's stay focused on our topic for today. Another misconception? Believing you can't touch the property until probate is completely finished. That's simply not true. With the right probate attorney guiding the case, you can often begin preparing the home for sale, you can list it, and even accept offers before the final probate order is issued. When done correctly, this can save families months of waiting. Now let's talk about going pro-per, which means representing yourself. In most cases, I strongly support hiring a probate attorney because it's the best way to avoid any mistakes. But in rare situations, like when there's a sole heir or if the estate is really basic and straightforward. Going pro per can be an option for you. So if that's your situation, I can connect you with a professional fiduciary who can help manage the estate properly without the full cost of retaining legal representation. So how do you move forward the smart way? The first step is making sure you have the right attorney. That's where I can help. I've spent years building relationships with probate attorneys all through California who understand not just the court process, but also how to work hand in hand with me on the real estate side to keep everything moving smoothly. The second step is tackling the biggest hurdle most families face: money. Probate requires upfront costs. Attorneys often need a retainer. There are court filing fees and even publication fees. For families already dealing with the loss of a loved one, these costs, they can feel crushing. So the good news is, in many cases, I can arrange for those expenses to be fronted for the estate and then reimbursed once the home sells. That way, families don't have to come out of pocket thousands of dollars just to get the probate started. And third, whether you're hiring an attorney or exploring a fiduciary option, I'll guide you on the real estate side so that when the court allows the sale, you're positioned to get the best results possible. That might mean getting the property cleaned out, making minor repairs, and marketing correctly to attract strong buyers. My role is making sure the home doesn't just sell, but sells for the most value with the least amount of stress on your shoulders. Remember at the start of this video, I told you there's a solution most families don't even know exists? Here it is. You don't have to let the cost of probate stop you from moving forward. Between connecting you with the right attorney, helping front those probate expenses, and guiding the sale of the home, there's a way to move through this process without it draining your savings account, or more importantly, your energy. And that's exactly what I do for families every single day. If you need to get started with probate, I'll connect you with the right attorney from my vetted network, or with a fiduciary if that's a better fit. If you've already started probate, whether you have your certified letters yet or not, but you do have a house that's going to be sold, definitely contact me today so we can discuss the options that best fit your situation and that will bring the best outcome for the estate. And if upfront costs are a concern to you, we can look at arranging to have those covered for the estate and paid back later through the sale of the home. On the real estate side, I'll be there every step of the way to make sure the process is smooth, stress-free, and successful. If this video was helpful to you, do me a favor and hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe for more probate real estate tips and drop your questions in the comments. I'll answer them personally, and I might even make a future video about it. And remember, you don't have to go through probate alone. With the right team behind you, the right plan, and the right support, you can get through this and move forward with peace of mind.